Yo, YouTube, welcome back to another video and welcome to a 2023 iron fitting. Feel like I wouldn't be able to do this video justice without a little background of who I am as a player. So currently the handicap index is 2.8, so hovering right around high 2 to low 3 range at the moment. And the reason for the fitting today, I currently game the 2022 Callaway Apex Pros, and really great golf club, but as of late, it's been a struggle to have consistency in distance and yardage with those guys. So really, that's really the only reason for the fitting today, to see if there's anything that may be a little more forgiving, including hitting the brand new 2023 Apex Pros. In this video, we're going to be hitting a few irons to see if there's anything that can improve my consistency with distance and yardage specifically, because that's been a really big struggle in my bag. So today we're getting fit at MK Golf here in San Antonio, Texas, a top 100 club fitter in the United States and the best of the business here in the best country in America, the state of Texas. So let's head to MK Golf, getting fit by Jamie Watson. He is who fits Taylor and I. We trust him with our bag. Let's hit some irons. I'm not a numbers guy, but like spin rate with a 7-iron, what's ideal?
Is pretty solid.
Pretty solid there.
So off of a mat, I kind of like to see under 7. If I see 58 in here, that means outside I'm going to see like 62, 63. If you start seeing 7, 72, 75, you're starting to see that ball really into the wind. I think the number that you really need to be looking at,
Loft.
Yeah, so your loft at impact changes. So the one before that was actually like 30 to 30.5. So you launched it a lot higher. You were at like 20, 21, 20 something. There you go.
I think that's the best.
Yeah, but every number that you have up there has been entirely different. So going from 27, 28, 31, 30, back down to 28, you can really see what happens to that launch when you start adding loft, what happens to that spin when you start adding loft, path number, angle of attack. It's all really consistent. So your 5, 5.5 to 6, seeing a degree differential between that isn't really changing. So something's going on at impact, what you're doing to the club to add the differential in degrees as far as loft at impact. Lie at impact is the exact same. You're 2 degrees toe down. Right. And that could be a little bit of why you're causing that little bit of a right miss. So you're 170 carry with the 7-iron, which is probably what you see outside, 170, 175.
About, yeah.
You fall into a wide range of golf clubs, man. Toe's just gonna be just a touch more on the rounded side. They added that little weighting system on the back like they did the Apex TCBs.
Oh, that's right. So they added it in the Pro.
So they did it across the board. So being able to dial in on head weights, swing weights, things like that. Same shaft that you have now, Dynamic Gold 120X. Just kind of getting a baseline before we start testing out other shafts and things. Hopefully you're going to hear a difference in sound. That's the big thing. Because when you first came in here, you were really into out.
These do sound a lot different.
That's solid right there. We're seeing almost identical comparisons there. We might see a little bit more spin just solely on the basis of groove. We're seeing a little bit more groove with the newer club.
Well, it's like you mentioned too, the lie angle was the big one.
You can see dynamic lie, you're down, so negative is down 0.2 or 2.1 versus
pretty flat.
Pretty flat. T150, Project X 6.0, so we got the same weight that we're playing in that 120 range. Going to play a little, so I'm going in a stiff and a 6.0, solely on the basis of the profile of the shaft. No taper in it, it's going to play a little bit stiffer than it categorizes. So really kind of plays almost closer to that S+2, slightly a little stiffer than that, and you're going to feel that. There it is.
That was a better swing. There it is. Look at that.
feels really nice. And I'll be honest, this looks better than the Apex from right here.
So a really cool thing about this is it's got the speed slot technology on through the club head itself. Guys say, oh yeah, you're hitting this further because the loft is weaker. Well, no, ball speed is still the same as yours that has weaker loft. The only thing that we're doing is managing the spin rate. We're managing the consistency from this club as opposed to the other club. Your launch is still the same. We're still at 20 degrees. We're still at 6,500. We're still at 92. But we're seeing more forgiveness is all we're seeing. So we're seeing longer carries, we're seeing longer, even off of miss hits. You hit that slightly low heel.
Right.
And we still saw efficiency of 133. We still saw a ball speed of 123. Based off of that, we're just seeing more forgiveness, but still have that player look that you like.
And I agree. Right. Shaft change.
Much straighter ball flight. Dude, that's
I think that's probably center, man. So good.
money, dude. My next thing is trying out an X100 just to see what that feels like for you. Ball speed's the fastest. Launch angle is actually surprisingly one of the lowest ones.
Which I honestly prefer.
But you can see your peak height is a lot higher. Has that same compression channel. It's only in the 7 through 4, 8, 9 and pitch are a complete single piece. So very similar to the T150, you can see the compression channel.
Pretty good one right there.
When you compare that to everything else, spin rate dropped a couple hundred RPM, ball speed went up a whole mile an hour. Now we're seeing the carry number be the number that we're looking for. And you can see that your start line is actually right.
And drawing back.
And drawing back, as opposed to everything is kind of closer to the left line.
So this was a huge pivotal part in the fitting yesterday. Jamie and I noticed that I was aiming a little left before the Mizuno iron, and with the Mizuno I was able to adjust it. We noticed a little bit of me aiming left because of the right miss with what I've had previously with the gamers, and the Titleist just looked way too good and felt too good. And what I wanted to know was if I was able to start the golf ball out right and draw it back with the Titleist as well as I was with the Mizuno, because in reality I really preferred the look and the feel of the Titleist at that point, and the Mizuno had the better numbers, and I was getting the ball flight that I wanted. I was starting the golf ball out to the right, drawing it back towards the target pretty consistently. So huge point in the fitting. I picked the Titleist up because I felt that it was a better golf club for me, and this is where I was able to pick that golf club back up and see if I could start it back out to the right, draw it back the way I was with the Mizuno.
Keep it on the same start line and actually just freaking release it. Just like that, dude.
Yeah.
Just gotta trust it. There you go, dude. So now that you compare those two together, ball speeds are the exact same, launch is the exact same, spin rate. So
Just 100, 90.
yeah.
So that's why I wanted to hit that again. Trajectory right there.
Trajectory is the exact same.
There you have a little final conclusion for you. Looking at the screen, I mean, this is just insane. And the numbers really do tell the story of the Apex Pro for me lately. It's a great golf club. What they did with the 2024 sounds a lot better, feels a little bit better. But really this picture kind of tells a story of the inconsistency with the yardage from my standpoint. So really, I was everywhere, all over the place with the Apex Pro, consistently in the total yardage number of 170 and 175, but it was nowhere near the Titleist and the Mizuno, and this picture kind of sums it up. The green and the aqua there on the screen for the T150 and the Mizuno, I mean, really, really identical. And it came down to look and feel for me. I actually did order the Titleist T150 And the crazy thing about it is that it is a more forgiving iron, but Titleist was able to make it look like a player's iron that I'm used to. Typically, the more forgiving golf clubs get a little thicker on the top line. They look really clunky, but Titleist, I mean, absolutely got it right. It looks like a player's iron. There's not much offset. If there is, you can't really see it from the top line, which is what really drew me to the iron. I cannot wait to get them in because it's the consistency. I mean, to be able to carry a 7-iron 175, total of 185 on the golf course consistently is going to be huge. And I think I'm going to see it throughout the bag, which is why I bought the iron, because I don't have that right now with the Apex Pro. Like for instance, I can pull a 7-iron and hit it 170, or it'll go 185. And that's really, golf is hard enough. And to be able to not hit an iron consistently just puts that doubt in my mind, and really is the reason I ordered the T150. And I encourage you guys to go and hit it. If you're in the lower handicap index and you're struggling to find consistency with an iron, give the Titleist and the Mizuno a try. With all of that out of the way, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Fitting, there's a ton of numbers, ton of things. I have all the numbers. I didn't want to get too deep into it, so if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. Let me know what you guys thought of the video, and if you're brand new and you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing, leaving a like on the video. Would mean the world if you guys would go and check out some of the other content that Taylor and I have. We have some matches, travel vlogs, the occasional lesson and tip to help you guys out, but would really appreciate it if you guys gave the channel a try. And if you're not new, we always appreciate your support, and hopefully we'll see you guys soon from Big Cedar Lodge. Peace.